Hey, the Joyful Yogini here. Happy Wednesday. It's time for Intuition Wednesday. First of all, before we get into Intuition Wednesday, I'd like to know how your week's been going. Mine, in comparison to last week, it feels much lighter. The energy feels lighter. I think it also helps. Here we've been having sunshine, blue skies, warmer weather. It's always so much easier to feel lighter. And I feel like the heat from the sun helps to burn off the negativity, the density. And oh, hey, who is that? Jack Sonia. Jack, hello, how are you? Or Jack Sonia. Sonia. Good. I'm doing pretty good today. Last week was a heavy week. This week it has been there. I have more room behind me. My little fur buddy left. Yeah, so I am feeling much lighter. I hope everyone else is too. And so, yeah, as I was saying, the heat of the sun is helping to burn away the density. And anytime you are feeling a bit dense or heavy, get outside. If you can get outside and be in nature, it can really help. And also use different tools. I've been using tools like crazy. We've been having a lot of disruption. And so some of you might have been feeling, I'm well. And yes, that's my nickname. Okay. Is it Jack Sonia or Jack Sonia or Jacksonia? Maybe you can write it phonetically or not. If it takes too much energy to type that out, don't worry about it. I'm just curious. Curious, inquiring minds want to know. Um, so being out in Mother Nature is going to help to shift energy. Also use whatever tools that you can. As I was saying, I've been using tools out of my yin yang, just whatever I need. Some of you might have been experiencing physical, mental, emotional disruption going on. Maybe it's headaches, maybe it's digestion issues, maybe allergies are like coming up, maybe just being tired and having like ups and downs with these different feelings and emotions can be up and down as well. Oh, daddy dad, best day of the week. Hey, awesomeness. Vivolid. Hello, beautiful. You. What a nice, beautiful, amazing compliment. Um, yeah, so use the tools that you need. One really important tool is just being super conscious of your thoughts and your feelings. So, emotional intelligence is paying attention to those emotions. It's not about bearing it down, not being emotional in front of someone. That's not what emotional intelligence is. It's being conscious of it. So, yeah, there is some control that can go into play because if you're super angry and you control yourself by not going after someone and taking them out, then that is part of emotional intelligence. Absolutely having that control. But it's not about burying your emotions down. It's about noticing what emotions you're having, noticing the thoughts that are creating those emotions, or what are the events that are triggering those emotions, and noticing that these are patterns. And when emotions such as ones that are denser, heavier, when they're ignited, there's an opportunity for us to make a shift. Maybe it's about changing our thought patterns. Maybe it's about taking a different action. Maybe it's simply about embracing where you are at, allowing yourself to have the emotion in a safe way, and maybe not involving other people, right? Especially if you will be on the attack for with other people. But I've been using friends to be able to go blah when they're in the right space, right? And allowing myself to cry or be angry or frustrated, let it go, let the flow slow and low. That is the tempo. I'm getting into a Beastie Boys song now. But yeah, letting everything to flow. So I went for a dog walk this morning with a friend, and I was just talking about some career stuff. And I had made a decision to move forward in a certain way. And she made a comment and wasn't necessarily in agreement with the direction that I was taking, which is totally fine. Everyone can have their own opinions, but I'm not going to adjust based on someone else's opinion. But I was just noticing her energy, noticing my energy. And then this other thought had popped in, and then all of a sudden I felt some heaviness like coming up, and I was noticing it. And then I spoke that out. I'm like, wow, I'm feeling heavy now. And she's like, oh, that's so my fault because like I was, bringing this other aspect in. I'm like, no, 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 it's not your fault. It's never someone else's fault to bring you into that denser place. It's just about noticing that it's important. And it actually had nothing to do with what she said. It was this other thought that had come in that created some a pattern of not being enough, a pattern of failing. And so I noticed that. I was like, oh, okay, wow. I feel like I need to like maybe get this out. And so I brought it out, and then she threw some stuff in just to open up the perspective of it. And I'm like, yeah, that's what I needed to hear. Right moment, right time. This was perfect to let this shit flow. Not necessarily that it's gone, right? Like but it's a new phase. It's a new phase of awareness. It's bringing, where your thoughts are to your consciousness, giving you an opportunity to create that shift. Okay, so let's get into Intuition Wednesday. Let's give you an opportunity to practice that. But hey, we needed to do that. Oh, the other thing that needed to come up too is self-love right now is so incredibly important. Self-love, we need to nurture ourselves. We need to do things to give ourselves the love that we need. And you know what? Yesterday, I got my lashes done. And it's a 2-hour experience where I'm laying there, I'm listening to music, I'm with my lash tech. That is the most beautiful soul. She's amazing. We laugh together, we cry together. Well, I don't cry because you shouldn't be crying when you get your lashes done. But we laugh, we release some shit. It's a therapeutic experience for me. And so for me to do that every like 2 to 3 weeks is right now in my life is so freaking important. It's like just as beneficial for me as getting a massage, right? It's just as beneficial of having, an hour of meditation. Let's say it's definitely what I need right now. And so, what do you need? And incorporate that into your week, into your day, into your month. Just making sure you're giving time for you. Okay. I'm going to go to my animal tarot. I think these are the cards that I actually used for the weekly, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm feeling drawn. And so one or more of these cards, I will catch up and I'll read what those messages say. One or more of these cards will have a message for you. And it's about using your intuition to determine which cards have a message for you. And then when I reveal the cards afterwards, along with the channeled message, you can see what resonates. And if the message doesn't resonate for you, be aware that sometimes the ego can come in and go, you are better than that. You don't need that message. So always being super curious, no matter what thoughts and feelings are popping in, as maybe this has a message for me. I'm not feeling it right now, but maybe I'll sit with it. You can see that. And then in the end, if it doesn't, it doesn't. And then you can let it go. But having that practice, because our ego can ignite, when other people are giving us, let's say, advice, thinking their thing, our ego can ignite. And so always sitting with it and seeing how it feels is really important. Okay, so 3 cards wanted to come out. I'm first going to catch up. Okay, broken. Okay, Jacksona. LOL. Jacksonia. 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 Okay, I've been exhausted for real. Okay, I get it. Oh, last week, I was, so done. And the week before. Okay, the next one. Okay, Broken says, hi, you look fresher, footy freak. Awesome, I do feel fresher. Thank you. Where do you practice? I appreciate your personality. Awesome. So for yoga, I practice online. So it doesn't matter what part of the world you're in, just as long as the timing works, you can join my classes. If you're interested in finding out more, you can always send me a DM. You can also go to my website, thejoyfulyogini.ca. Just so you know, with my yoga, I'm going to say this now, just in case. I'm changing my yoga so there's no commitment for June, July, and August. So, meaning it's like just I pay it as you go. You let me know before you come. I'll have a calendar with the dates and times that I'm doing classes. And some of them are going to be outdoors as well. And then if I can, once that's outdoors, I'll see if I can incorporate the Zoom as well. Anyways, changing things up for the summer. Oh, you shuffle the cards like I used to shuffle my Yu-Gi-Oh deck. Okay, awesome. Well, maybe we're same. Okay, here is card number one. So all the backs of cards look the same, right? I'm showing you the back of the card to start, and this is helping you to practice your intuition. So just looking, I'm trying to get this in both screens here. Let's see. Can I do this? Yeah. So, looking at the back of the card, seeing if you're drawn to any area of the card. Um, and as you're looking at the card, see if any messages come through. And messages can come through in different ways. We can have thoughts, emotions. You might see something a little bit different on this card each time, even though the back of the cards are identical, but you might be focusing in and your mind's eye will have it look in a similar way. After just staring at the card for a bit, close your eyes because I find you can go deeper to be able to use your other senses when your eyes are then closed. So it can strengthen your other senses, closing your eyes, tuning into the card. And yeah, see if any thoughts, any images, any feelings, any strong visceral reactions, like do you get a physical reaction? Do you feel the energy of the card in a certain area of your body? And if I don't end up holding this card up long enough for you, let me know because I can always bring the card back. So I'm calling this card number one. This is the first card. And this is interactive. So you can write in the comments if you get any type of feelings, emotions, images, anything. If anything comes to mind, don't judge it. You can write it down to share. We all get totally different things because the messages are going to be unique to you and how maybe this message relates to you. And if you don't get a message, it might simply mean this card doesn't have a message for you, right? Or you might get a message of no, like that card isn't a message. Oh, it's a strong glare. Thanks for telling me. I'm going to get the card closer. I'll put it closer to YouTube in a second too. But if you haven't closed your eyes yet, close your eyes now. I'm going to bring this card over to YouTube. But if you haven't closed your eyes yet, you should be in that closed eyes stage. Hey, Fearless. How are you? All right. So that was card number one. I will reveal the cards after. So let's go to card number two. Yeah, I can see that glare. So card number two, see if you're drawn to a certain area of the card. Oh, interesting. What does that say? The stranger and afraid. Three griffins, one disappears sometimes. Yeah, I think it's from the glare. I think it's from the glare that one can disappear. That's kind of cool at the same time. So, after staring at the card, you can close your eyes, use your other senses to tune in the card, see if anything comes up for you. So, we all have intuitive abilities. We all have psychic abilities. We all have energetic centers in our body, including the crown chakra, which is your direct connection to source energy, and your third eye, which is your direct connection to your higher self. So when we come down into a body, there's still an energetic side of us that is connected and tapped in to source energy. But we can close off that communication as you get older. So even by age six, 5, 6, 7, that stuff can slowly start to close down. It could also be scary to, as a kid, having being intensely connected to energy, right? Oh, Pete Ben is in the house. You felt it in your nose. That's cool. Okay, so that is card number two. Here is card number three. Oh, the live feed seems to be broken. Damn. That was happening on Monday too. So you can always go to my YouTube channel if the feed isn't working properly. Do you believe in reincarnation? Yeah, absolutely. I do. And I have gone through past life regressions. If you haven't yet closed your eyes, you can close your eyes. I'm sorry about the glare on the card. I'll just bring it quick first and then bring it close to YouTube. So if you haven't close your eyes and tune into the energy of the card this way. So you can practice your intuition. Yeah, I've gone through past life regressions and I've seen quite a few of my past lives, and some of which the people that are in my life now were in past lives as well. Oh, you're on Reddit and came here. It's stuffed up again. Oh dear. Well, Ben, I'm glad, or Pete Ben, I'm glad you can come over here and get a better feed on YouTube. That's great. So those of you on Reddit, if the feed's not working properly, you can come over to YouTube. It's the Joyful Yogini on YouTube. If it's ever hard to find my YouTube channel, you can go to my Instagram, which should be easy, the dot joyful dot yogini. And in my bio is my link tree with my link. So if you haven't let yet close your eyes, you should be tuning into the card using your other senses as opposed to your sight. And then I'm going to reveal the card. So hopefully I held that up long enough for you. I'm drinking my shake, and throughout this, I'll probably have like shit in my teeth. So just so you know, feel free. You can tell me. I might not be able to remove it because I don't necessarily want to put my teeth right up to the screen so I can see. Your Reddit feed is fine. Okay. I'm glad it's good for you, Christo. Thank you. Pete Ben, sorry to keep interrupting, but how do you view past lives? You're not interrupting, and please don't apologize. And I'll go over these cards in just a second. So, every lifetime we have, it's my belief that's an opportunity for our soul to grow, to learn, um, and to heal. Well, to end some karmic contracts gives us an opportunity, and to even heal patterns that go through our lineage. Because I think in every lifetime when you're going through a healing, it depends on if, and some of the healings are associated through your DNA and through the lineage that you've been born in some cases you have had different lifetimes with these same people, so it's helping to clear karmic past, to clear patterns, to heal trauma. And so every lifetime our soul grows, and it's like we get a soul mapping with each lifetime of what are the types of experiences that we need to go through in order to have some potential really great healings, right? And but it's not set in stone because we always have choice. We always have choice. But the universe will definitely maneuver things so you can have certain experiences. They can happen in different ways, in different, the timing can also be delayed depending on the choices that you make, right? But I think it's in the whole stream of things, it's always going to be divine timing on whatever your personal journey is meant to be and what you're ready for. Were you thing other than human in past lives? Were you things? I don't. My belief, and other people, there's different belief systems out there, right? So my belief is you're human. You're always human. Um, Potentially a mermaid or a merman. Um, but I don't think humans used to be dogs or anything like that. I think dogs reincarnate as well, and cats, and I think everything can reincarnate. Everything is energy. I think a dog will come back as a dog, and a cat will come back as a cat. It's part of their soul structure. Okay, so the first card, card number one, is squirrel. But definitely read up on stuff like that if you're interested. Hey, thanks for the gold coins. Thanks for the wholesome award, Phoenix. Awesome. Yeah, definitely read up on that because there's different belief systems out there and you need to go with whatever resonates for you, right? This is what resonates for me. It feels good. So I'm going with it. Okay, so preparing for the future. When you think about the squirrel, I think about their chattering, and their playfulness. Thanks, Phoenix. Their playfulness. You'll see them running around and up and down trees and playing with each other. But what they're very much known for is collecting acorns, collecting food, and bringing it back to their nest. They're always busy and collecting and collecting and collecting and bringing it back and bringing it back and bringing it back. And they're especially getting ready for the fall or the winter months. So, um, it's right now, whatever we're doing is preparing us for the future. So you might find you have this long list of things, shit that you got to get done. And sometimes it might feel overwhelming. I'm like, hello, I can totally relate to that. Sorry, I did yoga this morning. I went for a walk outside. I got some sweat going on. I feel like I have a big sweat circle here too. Anyways, I'm wearing a yoga bra underneath that's really dark. So I think everything is just super noticeable. Right. I'm feeling very dirty right now all of a sudden. Oh well. Whatever. I guess I was conscious about it, which is why it came out, but now I'm feeling better about it. So thank you for that space. Not so sexy anymore, right, Phoenix? Okay, so where was I? Yeah, so all the list of things to do can feel overwhelming at times, and just think of it this way: one foot in front of the other. You get it done, and you have to listen to your body. And when your body's tired, you gotta rest. Drag it until you're just like head on the pillow. Fuck, I'm done. Like you don't need to do that. It's not for your highest and greatest good. We want to be able to pace ourselves. Think of it as running a marathon or ultra marathon. You're not going to be sprinting it. Okay. You need to pace yourself. You need to get regular fluids in your body. Try to get some food in there. You need to take some bathroom breaks. Okay. What does that say? I felt this card in my head. So the squirrel makes sense. Yeah, it does. All the things to do, right? Maybe the head going up and down the tree, up and down the tree, right? So, but I want you to know also what's coming in is you've got this. Okay. You've got it. And you can ask for assistance. It doesn't have to be just you bringing all the food back to the nest, thinking about the squirrel. Okay. So you can ask for help. You have friends. Maybe there's some family members. Think outside of the box. Maybe there's some Facebook groups or other social media groups that you can join to ask for support in some way. And maybe it's physical, mental, emotional, spiritual support, right? Maybe you get some one-on-one assistance. You go for some healing sessions to help you to get in that right space. Maybe you do some one-on-one yoga with me, get some regular bursts of yoga, right? So help whatever you're resonating with, right? Whatever you're resonating with is what you need. Okay, so the next card, so this is card number 2, rose-breasted grosbeak, healing of the heart. This came out not too long ago. It's coming out for a long time before. I think it was around Christmas time, or just after Christmas. So you notice the beautiful red patch here, and that is supposed to be representation of the heart. And what does Pete Ben say? If you were an animal in the past, I think you would be a bear, but not any bear, a Yogini bear, which is cuter than the average bear. Thanks, Pete. You make me think of Yogi. So instead of Yogi the bear, the Yogini bear. Gotta make my own cartoon. Thanks. Thanks for making me giggle. I love it. All right. So you can see that the mom and bird is with the baby birds in the nest, and the beaks are wide open there of the baby birds waiting to be fed. So that mom has responsibility. And what's coming through right now is that all the responsibilities of being a good person, giving back, whether it's to friends, whether it's to family members, whether it's to a job, wanting to do the best job that you can do, that also can be overwhelming sometimes and not feeling good enough. Sometimes the thoughts, if you have just some distortions of thoughts, can come in not feeling enough, but you are enough. Those are simply just distortions. And so, as we're realizing this, we're helping to heal our heart, and we need to do that self nurturing so then we can give to others. What I'm noticing right now is there isn't a worm in the mom's mouth giving it to the babies, right? She's just sitting there right now. So now, obviously, if you have your own kids, you need to make sure your kids get fed, right? But I feel like this message right now that wants to present is we need to nurture our own heart right now in order for us to be able to give back. So, in order for us to have the energy and the resources to give back, you need to be healing that. Okay. And so, how do you heal your own heart? It's doing the self care. I was talking about that before we started, right? It's that self love, self care, listening to our body, our mind, our spirit. What do we need? And honoring that within ourselves. And maybe you're going to schedule this time in for yourself, like scheduling in 15 minutes of just like, I'm going to zone out right now, or I'm going to listen to solfeggio frequencies. I'm going to do a meditation. Maybe it's not 15 minutes, maybe it's 50 minutes, maybe it's an hour, maybe it's 2 hours, whatever you're going to decide. Make sure that you're going to fuel yourself, helping you to heal your heart, noticing the thoughts that are coming in, noticing those thoughts of not being good enough, um, worried about other people's judgments, because these are distortions. So we want to have the consciousness of those thoughts so we can let them go consciously, change the thoughts, make them lighter, make them softer. Phoenix, thanks for the sweet emojis. I feel like we got a cat, a bear, and the white one, I'm not sure. Is that a polar bear? Is that a cute mouse, a koala bear? I can't tell. It's too small. Bear hug! Yay! Oh, I would totally soak up a bear hug right now. Hashing safer fall. Yeah, all right. A new follower. I love it. All right, here's card number 3. You have mom vibes. Well, then your vibes are bang on because I am a mom. All right, card number 3 is horse. This is a great card. I needed to swear with that. Okay, so we got the horse. Movement is balance too, right? Movement and balance. So that horse was running. That horse was giving her, but there was a freedom to it. That horse did not have a saddle on it or any type of shit on the face. Like, it was free. It was free, feeling freedom, and it was giving her hair flowing in the wind. Think of like Fabio. And you guys knew who Fabio was? Anyway, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But anyways, hair flowing in the wind, feeling your awesomeness, your inner goddess or god, and going after your desires. Now, what is coming to mind for me is I had a bit of hesitation. I had a bit of a gulp, and I was feeling it a bit in my solar plexus, which is your confidence, your courage, your willpower. It's your power center right here, right? And I was feeling it in here, a little bit of density for a moment. And so as you have that emotional intelligence, you can start noticing what you're feeling, where your thoughts are, where it's in your body. And for me, it's like, well, this is one of the thoughts that could, let's say, pop in. I've been going after my dreams and I'm not getting anywhere, right? Like I keep trying, and it's like nothing's happening. And so those thoughts can bring in the density, and we have to remind ourselves we need to trust. And yes, Pete, you're corny and I love it. I'm very corny myself. We need to trust in divine timing, trust that things need to present sometimes before other things need to present. Sometimes we need to be in a different opportunity first. Sometimes we need to ease our mind, ease our emotions, have a situation where we have more flow in order for other things to come in. But that freedom is there. And when we can connect into that freedom energy, when we connect into manifesting our desires, how does that feel for you? Like, doesn't that riding adrenaline rush? Love it. So, how does that feel for you when you think about having all that you desire? And not in a greedy type of way, because in your thoughts you might have, well, that's greed, and so that's a distorted perception that you can let go. That about achieving your desires is about achieving that love, that joy in your heart. It's about having a life that is flowing in a way in the different areas of your life. We have all these different aspects of our life, right? Aim high, absolutely. Aim high and run. Hard, yes, hard to reach your goals. Okay, so let's take that hard out of the equation. I just felt some of my shake coming right into my front teeth, but I think I got it out again. That hard, when we use those words, then it creates a bit more of a density. But I get it, because that's where my thoughts can go too, right? So it's about changing that to being, there's a process, let's say. Yeah, it feels a little bit softer. There's a process, there's divine timing. There might be an inner shift that needs to happen within me first. There might be some outer shifts that need to happen first. So trusting in all that, and needing maybe to humble ourselves sometimes. And what I mean by that is there might be certain situations that feel less than to us, because we have certain perceptions about what this is compared to what this is, right? But maybe we need to humble ourselves, and it can help us put us at even keel with everyone, right? And what I mean by that, with everyone, because sometimes our ego can get into play here and go, well, if we're here, then we're not enough. Even though you still might have thoughts of, well, yeah, we're all equal, or maybe you don't. Maybe in some cases you think you are better than someone else. And in some cases, you might be better at certain things. Absolutely. And you might be on a more uh, lighter, easier path now because you are in a higher vibration, but we're still equal when it comes to souls and importance. And we're all on our own unique journey. And it doesn't matter the amount of money that you're bringing in, or if you're in a long-term relationship or not, whether your relationship is crumbling or whether it's thriving, whether you have your own house or car. That does not dictate success, or whether you are greater than or less than anyone else. It's just your journey. It's where you are at your journey and what you are creating. Okay, Purim Purim Namaste says aim high and run steady to reach your goals. Instead, yeah, for sure aim high, for sure aim high, and then keep on taking action as you are drawn to it, as you have the inspiration to take action. Because it's not about, I'm going to push and fuck, this isn't moving, I'm going to make it move. Is that a bit dramatic? But anyways, like sometimes we can push and push and push and just get exhausted and stop moving anywhere. So we're taking action when it feels right. And when it seems like we've hit a brick wall, maybe we need to back off of it. And then maybe we have to take a different direction for maybe a little bit of time. Maybe that wall is going to shift into a garage door that just needs to be unlocked so it can come up. Okay, so it's about going with our flow. We need to go with our flow. And Pete Ben says, horse gives zero fucks. Horse just do whatever it likes. Yeah, definitely. Thumbs up. So yeah, that's what we need to do. And you know what? The image of that horse too I'm getting right now is the swaying of the tail. Like if there's some things, some flies or mosquitoes trying to bother its ass, it will just like flick, 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 like fuck off, right? And so sometimes we're going to need to do that in whatever way is going to work best for us. For 111 people watching, make a wish, everybody, 111. um Dream big, right? Dream big, everybody. Army airborne guy, or airborne army. I kind of flip that around. Okay. Only those who are willing to fall big achieve big. Failure promotes learning, and that learning promotes growth. Love it. Absolutely. Yeah, we have to be okay to fail. And you know what was so brilliant in my growth? I'm still growing, right? But what was still brilliant in my growth was taking improv classes. And I took improv classes with the intention of getting over myself because I would get a lip quiver and eye twitch and get so stressed out if I was put on the spot, just introduce myself. And so I used improv as a tool, conscious emotional intelligence to get over that shit and to trust. When you do improv, you have to trust whatever comes out of your mouth, you can deal with it. You have to be okay to fail, even though the only failure that happens is inside your head. And you learn from every single experience. Because in improv, whatever comes out of your mouth, what comes out of their mouth, someone else's mouth, right? Like you have to creatively work with it. There's no bad offer. It's just an offer, and you need to creatively work with it. So yeah, we need to apply that to life. And hey, thanks for the coins. We need to thanks Airborne Army Guy. We need to follow those opportunities as they present, even if you think other people would be like, oh, well, that's really, let's say that's shitty job. Why would you go for that? Yeah, just as an example, like why would you make that choice, right? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what they think. It matters what's right for you. Okay. Pete Ben says, I struggle to feel the cards. I feel just tension in my jaw, neck, and my heartbeat is fast, like state of constant tension anxiety, which makes sense because I'm diagnosed with generalized anxiety. Okay. I got the anxiety going on too, Pete. I can understand that. I just need to realize the time too. I won't be able to stay on much longer. I think breathing and yoga, meditation can be really helpful because when you even just doing conscious breathing, you can breathe into the jaw. And as you breathe in, you can allow everything to expand, like create space. And as you breathe out all the tension, like you're giving it permission to relax. And you can do the same thing with your neck. And you can do the same thing with your heart. And there's all these different breathing patterns that you can do to help be conscious and allowing everything to flow and to relax. And anxiety, it's about retraining ourselves. It's noticing the anxiety, it's embracing it. It's been a big journey for me. Okay, Mary Beth or Maybeth says, when perception is shifted, there are no failures, simply opportunities to learn. That's beautiful. That was said so beautifully. Yeah, thank you, Universal Surge. Thanks for the compliment. Just kinda, right? Just kinda. um, so yeah, I was talking about anxiety and stuff like that. Anxiety, um, it can be it's a journey, right? It's definitely a journey. And it's about really being conscious of where your thoughts are. Reiki, yeah, I love Reiki. Reiki is wonderful to help shift your energy. Absolutely. Any type of energy healing can be beautiful to help shift and relax. And it can definitely help with anxiety. And if you learn Reiki yourself or even yoga yourself, different breathing techniques yourself, sound baths, beautiful. Yeah. And you know what? There's sound baths on YouTube. And if you can find them, you can put your earbuds in and just listen to it, immerse yourself in it. And you can do different sound baths depending on the chakras or the areas of your body that need assistance. Activating imagination. Okay, so made back, activating imagination can be really powerful. It can be powerful for the positive. It can also be powerful for bringing you deeper because our imagination can also go into that dark space and we can allow fear to take over sometimes. So, but activating your imagination in a magical, brilliant way with lightness is beautiful, right? You need to get into that higher vibe, joyful place first, and you can use these different tools to do it. So you can use the sound baths, you can listen just to your favorite music. Yeah, you can do something creative, something artsy, you can dance, you can listen to comedy. There's different things that you can do to shift your thought patterns to help to, if you have anxiety, to release that tension, get yourself back into that even space. If you don't think you have anxiety, but you just call it stress, let's say, then these tools can be also really helpful. So there you go. That is it for Intuition Wednesday. I hope you had an opportunity to feel into the cards and to see whether the cards, any of the messages had truly resonated with you. If you're interested in any one-on-one healing sessions and channeled readings with me, you can connect with me. Also, I do one-on-one yoga classes, or you can join any of my online Zoom classes. Pay as you go starting in June, keeping it super, super easy. Well, you can pay as you go now as well. You can do it at any time. But I'm just not going to be offering the 8 class passes or the monthly membership over June, July, and August. Keeping it free flowing for everybody. So I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. I will be back for Feel Good Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Toronto time, on YouTube and on Instagram. Be careful with certain sound baths on YouTube. Some are done with bad intention. Okay, Purim Namaste. Thank you for that. Yeah, I don't want to spread the heaviness of that, but it's nice to have that knowledge, right? That knowledge. And I wouldn't want people in a place of fear as they're searching for a sound bath. And so what you can do is clear your energy field first from Archangel Michael. You say, Archangel Michael, please clear my energy field, cut all cords that are not for my highest and greatest alignment, and protect me with your light. And you can picture either his blue light going around you or this beautiful golden light surrounding you. And you can set the intention for finding, let's say, a sound bath or a solfeggio for your highest and greatest alignment, bringing you health and healing. And so if you set that intention, that's what we'll be presenting forth for you, right? Being in that really great place. And Daddy Dad, thanks for the great messages today. Hey, you are so welcome. And Pete Ben says, yoga, meditation, breathing, sound baths. I will try. Thank you. Yeah, you are welcome. I hope it helps. I hope it helps. You know what? You just go with what is working within the moment, right? If something doesn't work, you can go to something else. All right. So thank you so much, everyone. From my light to your beautiful, amazing light. Namaste. Have an awesome rest of your week. Hopefully I will see you on Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's Toronto time. Feel Good Friday. Different theme every week. And it's going to be on YouTube and on my Instagram channel. Instagram is the.joyful.yogini. And my YouTube is the Joyful Yogini. So thank you guys. I'll be back on Monday on Reddit and on YouTube also for the weekly reading at 12:30 p.m. Toronto time. So that's Eastern Standard Time. Thank you, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'm going to say goodbye on YouTube first. See you later. Bye, Pete.